Well, hello there. I'm so glad you're here. I'm Marty Whitney with ARTitude Adjustment, and I'd like to welcome you to a painting class that's going to last about 30 minutes, maybe less, maybe more. I teach fun art, not fine art, and today we're going to continue painting a guitar, a real guitar. And this was one that was lacquered very heavily, made, I don't think it's a Gibson guitar, but it could have been owned by a very famous person, I'm not sure. But a couple of weeks ago we painted a trumpet, and so this just called for another instrument for me to paint, because I've got several of them to paint that I've been given. I just want to make sure I have on my microphone and everything to go with it. I will be just making sure that, here it is, I need to get a cue from Facebook so I can see your comments. So if you're here, you're interested in painting, maybe something a little unique. I don't say I don't, but I very seldom do canvases. My husband and I are full-time RVers. I teach art classes all over the country at RV rallies and at resorts. And I'm usually brought in because their ladies want to have fun. And I teach a class for a couple of days that will be fun, and they'll get to know each other better, and they'll get to know a lot about each other that they may not have known. Like I said, I teach fun art, not fine art. Today, let me show you what we're doing. Let me see if I can get it. I started, hi, Leica, it's so good to see you. I'm priming it right now, y'all. So I'm going to make the picture so you'll just have a little bitty picture of me, and I'll be on the way. So I hope you can see the guitar okay. I'm just priming it. And I don't know if she's listening now, but I had a nice lunch over in Eustis, Florida today, which is, it's about 40 minutes from here. And it's a beautiful little town on Lake Eustis. And we had a nice lunch with our friends. This is a friend from high school. So when they're friends from high school and you're still getting together and having lunches, you're almost family, aren't you? So we just had a great time. And did you notice that I did not take, did I get paint on me? I didn't take the strings off of this guitar. Why? Why, you said? Why didn't you take the strings off of that guitar? Because I don't want to put them back on there. That would be too much trouble. And I don't know anything about this. I know somebody probably would take that thing off right there. This little cross thing. Nah. We're going to have a beautiful guitar, and it won't require that. I've got little bitty hands, so we'll just squeeze this brush under here and then turn it over and do the other. So I don't know what you've been doing last couple of days since, by the way, I've started doing my lives on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. That works out better for me because it seems like I'm painting all the time if I'm not, and preparing for classes. This is the first coat on here, of course you can tell. And on the other side there is, I've already painted that from Monday. And so it's ready for me to probably put another coat on there. This is, I don't know about the guitar, but I was very pleased with the trumpet. Weren't y'all? I'm about to begin doing a lot of rallies, so I'll be I'll be doing my lives out of town, most likely. This is a big week for RVers who are in this area of the country, because there is what they call a super show in Tampa. And it's where hundreds of vendors and manufacturers gather, and they show off new models, new equipment, and it's kind of fun. We usually go, but decided not to go this year because we have so much traveling ahead of us, attending rallies outside of town. So now it's on the, but we're about 81 degrees here today. How are y'all, Eka? What's it like in Raleigh? Can't get to it. I'm kind of tempted to paint that black thing, but I'll do something with it later. If you're a musician, you probably know what that bar means. I think it has a name. I know it has a name, but I can't think of what the name is because I'm not a guitarist. Okay. Now, I've got to go down here. This is going to require some. See how I've got these propped up on little cups? There you go. My primer is gesso, in case you didn't catch it the first day that I was painting this guitar. I use it because it's a good coverage. I probably didn't need to for what I'm using this for, because it's going to be a decorative piece. Oh, 70s in Raleigh, that's perfect, perfect weather. Now let me get a little, and I'm really pleased at as heavy as this is lacquered. I wasn't sure if I was going to like the way this primer goes on. Perfect. It's perfect. So if you come on, I forgot to say this, but if you come on, say hi, and let me know that you can hear me okay. Leica will tell you. I know some of the people that are usually here have gone either to the RV Super Show. There's one couple in Key West celebrating 60 gazillion years of an anniversary, and she would be here if she could. I think I told you. Oh no, you don't know. I'm in charge of a tea party that we're planning here at Florida Grand that will be held March 14th. So we've got lots of preparation to go for that. There will be about 50 ladies attending. Hats, hankies, gloves, hats, all kind of vintage stuff. So it's going to be fun to plan, even more fun to attend if you're one of the lucky people who gets their tickets. So I know this looks messy right now. It's not going to be, don't worry. I'm just getting some coverage, and we'll come back and make sure that it's tidied up. See, when your brush goes different directions like that doesn't look good right now, but it'll be covered in just a little bit. I've got some coverage over here that wasn't done, and the second coat is making all the difference in the world. Wish I could show you. Let me see if I can show you. It's down here, but it's making all the difference in the world. And in the morning, I will not be leading a class. I'm actually going to a class. Someone is teaching a class in stainless steel cups. Hey! Well, Sandy, I will see all of the teapots and everything. I've got to do an inventory on it next week. And if you, and then we have some people who are in charge. I had to get a left brain person for that, and we laugh about it, but our inventory of china and crystal and silver is going to be handled by someone who's more left brain than I'll ever be. And so I will look out for Aunt Priscilla's teapots. If they are here, yeah, I will watch out for them and won't let anything happen to them. So don't worry one bit. And Aunt Priscilla would be so proud of you being concerned about her teapots right now. So, are we going to see you here anytime? Oh, Toby gets a guitar concert next time. Yeah, Toby gets a guitar concert. He really likes trumpet, so he really does. But I had my first meeting yesterday, and we kind of got committees together, which will make it a lot easier for everybody. I'm going to move this. I know you're not able to see it right now. That's not fun. And so I'm going to turn it over and try to put these cup on the ledge of that thingamajiggy. Yeah. And I'm going to do one more coat. So Sandy, everybody always asks about you and how you're doing. When I talked to you last, yeah, I'm going to give Toby another concert. Our next door neighbors had to go off to get something done to their motorhome, something technical. I don't even know what it is. Anyway, they never leave their dog. The dog is with them all the time. You know I'm talking about Dino, Sandy. And Dino, I'm in charge of Dino. So whenever I got home from lunch, I had to go out, take him for a walk. Toby was in the backyard and, well, in the back, over the fence backyard. And he whinnies, is that what you say? He whinnies. And after he does that, he, my husband knows to go out and take him about 2 apples cut up in about fourths, about 5 peppermints, and a couple of carrots. And you know what? Then he moves down the fence to the next people. And we all feed him. So he's good. He's good. I wish I knew more about horses than I do, but I think they know. I think they know of you. Okay. Now, I'm going to have to look up what you call the parts of this guitar, because this big long arm has a name. My brother plays the guitar, so he could tell me. but everything on here has a name, and I can't. No, I will not be looking for a dog. Everybody has a dog but me, and I don't have time. I'm much too busy. And sometimes, the other day, a dog ran out in the road and got hit by a truck. And that was just so sad. But, you know, you don't ever know what to expect from some dogs. Okay, I know you can't see this, but now I'm in a pickle because I can't lift the guitar. Oh yeah, remember we painted over that. Sounds like somebody's coming through the wall. Ooh. All of our teacup and china is stored next door, so I don't want to hear a big crash, boom, bang. That would be bad. We're getting our own storage area though for our china and crystal over in a utility area. No, I'm not going to be looking for a dog. That would be crazy. We just don't have time. Now, the next time you see me on Friday, I will be putting color on this guitar. Saw something down there. I might do a light sanding of it. If I do, I'll tell you about it, because I want to remove a little bit of the brush marks. I think, you know, in thinking about our project, I've got lots of projects to work on, but I've got some real Cypress Garden water skis, and I, you know, I like to repurpose things. Like I like to get something old and then bring it back to life, and that's what this guitar is all about. It would never have been enjoyed the way it was going. Now, so that's the whole purpose of repurpose. I'm going to turn this over, and we're going to put another coat. If I can do that on the tip of that, it might work out. Nope. There. You have to do this until you feel real good about it. And right now, I don't feel like this has been primed enough. Red lacquer is hard to cover up, y'all. But I don't see any traces of it through the primer. And somebody who is a fine artist might come back and say, you know, I don't think you should have done that on that guitar with gesso. Well, I think I should have. So let's just go through here. As soon as this dries, I'm ready to start adding color. And that won't be until Friday. Oh, did I tell you what my class was? It's going to be a stainless steel cup, and we're going to have glitter on it. Yeah, it's getting a lot better. But could play a song for you while we're waiting. Hi, Elizabeth. Glad you're here. I'm painting a guitar. Now, this is just the beginning of it. This has to go through several stages until I get a guitar that will be a piece of decor, probably for a musician. And this is the process that you don't like doing, getting it ready for painting, but you got to do it. Oh, I didn't think about that, y'all. I didn't think about this. I'm going to have to paint. There may not be any way I can get out of removing the strings. I have a friend that can put them back on there. You know, Sandy, Al, or Paul. Okay. Just heard from someone. We have a memorial service here every year where we recognize the people who have passed during the year. Sandy, it's going to be February 18th. She say 12th? That may be the 12th. Don't pay any attention to me. Forgot I just said that. Somebody was just in here telling me a date and I didn't write it down. But it's the same date that they were talking about originally. That might help you. Okay, y'all, we're coming right along. So I just want to say how much I appreciate you being here today. Hi, Elizabeth. And we're just going to continue painting. I'll continue priming. The guitar is okay now. I will be, but I just have to decide whether or not I want to take the strings off. What do you think? Do I have to take the strings off? I'm going to have to if I want to get to this area underneath it. But then I got to find somebody who can put the strings back on there. Always something, isn't there? Now, it's a great day to have a great day. So I hope you'll do something nice for someone else and then do something nice for yourself. I appreciate it when I look up and I see people are watching, and I'm so glad that you found ARTitude Adjustment. I hope you will follow my page. I teach fun art, not fine art. And on the first of the week, I usually begin a project, and by Friday, I should finish it. This may be a 2-weeker, y'all. I know, that's just clean them after. Oh, I see what you mean. Leave them on there and just paint over it. Is that what you think I should do? Now, there's a good idea there. It's a good idea, Sandy. And I probably could get the gesso off of them. So what if I can't? I'm not taking the strings off. I appreciate y'all looking though. Let me show you something here. Let me show you something. I'm going to let you see me do this. Look. Let's just see if you can. Look what I did now. I mean, it really is painless. I'm getting into this. Yeah. Well, I would never have thought of it. I never thought of painting over the strings. Never. That ought to make a very good sound, right? Paint on strings. It doesn't matter, because like I say to y'all, when I say it doesn't matter, we're going to color this anyway. This is going to be part of the painted guitar. I would have left it black or whatever that brown color is, or the metallic color. Yep. Who's your favorite guitar player person? And then I'll tell you mine. I wasn't a real big country fan, but my son-in-law was. And so one day, I flew into town where they lived, and they took me, it was on Mother's Day, and they took me to a George Strait concert. Oh my gosh. That was stupendous. It was wonderful. I love George Strait now. And when my son-in-law pointed out all of the gold records, that is a dynamite idea, Sandy. You're going to want to go paint a guitar now. But anyway, he told me about all of the gold records that George Strait had. Oh my, that just blows me away. That's a part of music world I had no idea about. I immediately thought I needed to go get a cowgirl hat and boots, because I was definitely a George Strait fan. And once you get into painting this stuff, there's nothing is safe in your way. Okay, I'm almost through here. Oh shoot, we're not going to leave those either. If I do, these would be easy to clean off, but I want to make sure that I've got primer around all of these little knobby things. Bet they have a name too. Knobby things. So, I don't want you to run out and get a guitar yet. Let's just see what's going to happen here. But in the meantime, this is fun art, not you know what. Fine art, fun art, fine art. Okay, well that was one thing I hadn't planned on. I hope y'all have a good rest of the day, and that I can see you on Friday. If you're going somewhere, I want you to be real careful so you can come back. This is the material that we're using. Let me put this back over here. This is the material that I'm priming with. It's acrylic gesso. That means it's water-based, and I can clean my brushes real good, and it's very important to clean your brushes after this stuff, because it's kind of chalky and it dries real good. But I run hot water on it to open up the can. So any questions? Well, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you being here today. So I'll talk to you on Friday. Bye-bye now.